Hello and welcome to I'm Organic Gardening, located in Zone 6B in the state of New Jersey. And today we're going to be planting up some sugar snap peas. It's almost the end of March and it's a perfect time to plant them. The only thing we need right now is to have some, let's say, workable soil to plant the sugar snap peas in the ground. Now, the other thing that we're going to be doing at the same time, so we can have something we can harvest 60 days from now, is those sugar snap peas, but we're also going to be building soil. Building soil 101 is a great thing to do right now if you didn't have a cover crop. So I'm going to show you in a little bit right down below here for me. And yes, I am wearing shorts. It's beautiful out, soaking in some of that vitamin D for myself. But again, we're going to go concentrate on those sugar snap peas in the ground. So I'm choosing this location at the bottom of my cattle panel trellis here because on the other side facing the sun, we're going to be planting tomatoes up this year, lots of them. So we're going to remove all this, some leaves that are in here, and also some of this chickweed. Now this chickweed is nice. It's almost acting like a cover crop too, but it's going to not let that soil warm up so much like we want it to. So we're just gonna kind of make a little bit of a pathway here that's, let's say, 5 inches wide, so we can plant like maybe a 3-inch wide band of sugar snap peas. Now what I'm pulling out here, there's actually some plantain in here too, and some purple dead nettle, but we're just going to move this away by our hands. It's just, the ground is so nice and moist right now, and we're just going to make again a little pathway right down the line here. Now I'm not worried about too much else getting in the way of this. Now, I also made a video on the groundhog that was moving around, and they just love to eat this chickweed. And they also love to eat sugar snap peas. So, but we can also come back later on when the sugar snap peas are growing in here in the ground. We can move this back further if we want to. I want to leave the soil covered as much as possible, and this is going to warm up nicely for the sugar snap peas. But I'd also like to show you too, just out of curiosity, I want to take a soil temperature here and we'll place that in there, give it a minute or so. Zoom in on it. It's about 45 degrees Fahrenheit. So that's a nice temperature to get those seeds germinated and start from the beginning. I don't soak these seeds ahead of time. The ground is plenty moist and they're ready to take off and start germinating on their own. So here we have two varieties of snap peas. Now the one on the left hand side on your screen there is Super Sugar Snap, and the other one is Sugar Ann. The difference is the one on the left grows very tall, that needs a trellis, and the other one stays kind of, let's say, on the smaller side, about half the size. It will get anywhere from, let's say, 12 up to 24 inches, but the other one on your left hand side, the Super Sugar Snap, will grow about 4 feet tall. Why am I choosing this sugar snap peas here? Because we're going to put, again, our tomatoes on the other side, and I want to wake the soil up. Yes, I do have a natural cover crop here, but this will fade out. Maybe the groundhog will eat it, and we want to, if you don't have a cover crop, I want to give you something to wake up that soil and build soil for you. So this is this easy. And also too, our sugar snap peas are a legume. They fix nitrogen in the soil. Now that's okay to have that happen. But the other thing with sugar snap peas is that it's very durable and will survive. So meaning if we get another, let's say, a couple inches of snow one day or even a foot of snow, they will survive in the ground with that snow on top. I've had it happen several times to me in the last, say, 15 years I've been gardening, and it does quite well. So now, also with our sugar snap peas, they look kind of dehydrated, like so. Now, here you go. You can see how nice they are. Now, it's this simple, believe it or not. Just make a 3-inch wide band. You can just, put a couple on the ground and then spread them out later on, like so. And you can see them here, hopefully. Now, this is the easy part. We can just go right in here and just push them down with our finger about 1 inch, and that's it, because that soil is so flexible. Now if you can't do this, just grab a shovel like so and we'll just move these out of the way. Now you can just dig down about 1 inch and make a little 3-inch wide pathway here, and you just pop it right out like so, and then you can just lay your seeds right inside that little trench here. Now you can separate them a little bit. They need to be about 1.5 inches apart, and you can do a 3-inch wide band and just plant that back on top again, and it's that simple. Nice and easy. Now a lot of people are into no-till. You're not disturbing the soil by any means because I remove the whole chunk out. You're not hurting any of the bacteria or fungi in there, and it's just an easy way to plant them. It's that simple. Here we have an apple tree, and you can see that the buds are coming out already and expanding. Hopefully we'll have a nice, beautiful, gentle spring, and we might get some fruit this year. This tree is only maybe, let's say, 3 years old so far. So what we have here in the far background, I want to show you my other cover crop and some of the problems I have with it. You can see all those geese, and let me see if I can get you a bigger angle. You'll see all the black and white geese sitting there just hanging out. Now they're eating my famous winter rye cover crop, and they're quite, I'm going to say there's at least probably anywhere from 50 to 75 of them. Now they're just devouring that cover crop, but even with them eating that, they don't seem to kill it off. It will grow back, and later on I'll do a video on it, how tall it grew and how nice it is for them, and also too that it will grow probably like say 5 to 7 feet tall, and we'll just bend that over and crimp it and just make sure it's all worthwhile. Now there's so many geese out here, as you can see. I'm just going to take a walk out there. It doesn't go too far, and hopefully they'll take off and stop eating my cover crop. But just like the sugar snap peas, the cover crop is there to collect sunlight and put down those beautiful exudates in the soil, even better than those fall leaves that you see right here in the beginning of the shot. In front of those geese is just some mulch there from some leaf mold. Now that feeds the soil, don't get me wrong, but if you can mix both of them and work them together, that's how nature works. It's giving both beautiful things to that soil, meaning like green winter rye in the background is collecting sunlight and then forcing down exudates into the ground, some carbon dioxide also too. And that's the main thing about a nice cover crop, is that you get carbon back in the soil, and carbon is the main ingredient that in your soil. That's what gives it that nice dark brown to almost black color of the soil. That's not so much organic matter, that's carbon being sequestered back in the soil, and that's how nature works. So let's take a quick walk out there since I'm here. Oop, the other way. And I want to show you how many there are, and let's see if we can scatter them out of here. I don't know how far I have to walk out. They usually take off pretty quick. Oh, you're gonna make me walk all out there? I can hear them. Come on. It's time to go home. Go some other farmer's field. I know. There you go. Not too bad. Picking up our soil with our sugar snap peas is a great way to start the springtime. They can be tolerant towards the winter cold if it gets cold again. Just kind of use them in areas that you're going to use a trellis for something like tomatoes or cucumbers, and just plant them along the edge on the back side, because it's going to give them plenty of time to grow before you establish your other plants in front of them. I hope this video was enjoyable to you. If you have any questions, please ask away and leave in the comments below. I'll get right back to you. And thank you for stopping by today and seeing my channel. And hopefully everything's good for you, and you're going to start your gardening season also. And you probably have started in some areas already. You're well way advanced, more than I am. Here in New Jersey, we've had some crazy weather, and we're just going to go forward with it and hopefully have a successful year. So I'll talk to you shortly again, and happy gardening.